Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and this week on Scratch That we are featuring 3-ingredient air fried chicken wing. And I'm going to make one of my favorite recipes, chicken and dumplings. So I'm going to transform Green Giant, Veggie Tots, cauliflower, Betty Crocker red velvet cake mix, and we're going to transform it into poke cake and then show you a really quick and easy way to make oatmeal sandwich cookies. Let's get it. Hey guys, so this week we are doing the best of Scratch That, and these air fryer chicken wings was actually my most viewed episode. I make them all the time. They are so easy to make. I absolutely love them. And you can season it however you like. I use the chicken and rib seasoning, Cajun seasoning, and paprika. That's it. Toss it around and I let it cook in the air fryer for like 20 to 25 minutes, just until they're nice, cooked through and crispy. And what I love about the air fryer is it leaves them so juicy on the inside. Like, I absolutely love my air fryer. And so I get people all the time, they ask me, where did I get the name Scratch That? And so basically, everything I cook is usually made from scratch, but 1 to 2 times a week. Sometimes I'm just too busy and I kind of run out of time. I don't have enough time to put together a full meal from scratch. So Scratch That is just full of recipes that I've created that basically it's like 30-minute meals. Or if it's in the crock pot, it's something that you can just leave and let cook for 8 hours. You don't have to do too much to it. So that's basically what Scratch That is, just transforming simple ingredients into easy meals that taste like they're from scratch. Now these chicken and dumplings, I got a lot of people that asked me about this recipe, and it's so easy. You know, if you're making chicken and dumplings from scratch, that's a process. Like, you have to do a lot and work that dough and make sure that it's just right. So it could take a little time to get it how you need it to be. So a few years ago, I decided to try pie crust. And let me tell you, it's amazing. Like, it almost tastes like it's from scratch. Like, it's a really close second, like, seriously. And it's so quick, it's so easy to make. And the only difference that I've noticed is just a little bit of the flavor. And when I make dumplings from scratch, they're just a little bit thicker than the pie crust. But other than that, like, this is a quick meal. Crock pot, throw it in. You don't even have to worry about it. And I use Pillsbury. I have used other pie crust before, just testing it out, and Pillsbury works the best for me. So that's the one that I recommend for you guys. Now, I did make cornbread with this recipe. It was from scratch, so I didn't show it. It's my grandma's recipe. One of my subscribers, a few of my subscribers actually asked for that recipe. I may do cornbread one day. It won't be the from scratch version, but it'll be really close. Look at those. I just made chicken and dumplings the other day. Man, there's that cornbread. I love this recipe. So I did keto a few years ago, and I was looking for different recipes because I like to mix it up. And so I was on Pinterest and I saw they had tater tot casserole, and I'm like, man, I wonder if I could substitute it for these veggie tots. I saw them in the frozen food section at Walmart. So I just kind of got it and put it all together and added my own twist to it. And it's been in rotation ever since. Like, you definitely want to try this. If you're just like, I'm not a fan of veggie tots, then use the tater tots. But I'm telling you, the veggie tots, you can barely taste the difference. I mean, it's covered in sour cream and cheese and ground beef. Like, who wouldn't want that? And you can do this the opposite way also. If you want to put your veggie tots in first, you can definitely do that. I like to put mine on top just so they can get nice and crispy. I'm using real bacon, but you can use turkey bacon. It's so crazy just to go back and see some of these episodes. I had a smaller kitchen, so I really had to try to make it work as far as so you guys could see the different angles and the different shots of the food. But man, oh yeah, that looks good. I love these slow-mo, especially when cheese is involved. So this is one of my favorite episodes. This was the first time my husband came on the show, and he loves red velvet cake, so he is making a red velvet poke cake. And like behind the scenes for you guys, we had to make it twice because I don't want to throw him under the bus. So there was some issues with the first cake. So if you look really closely, there's actually a wardrobe change. I tried my best to edit it out as best as I could. But yeah, the second time around, first of all, the first cake was good. It just didn't look how I wanted it to look. So we did it again the next day. We threw all that cake away, y'all, the first time. Second time we ate it. But, you know, that's neither here or there. He did a really good job. It was his first time ever making this cake, and it turned out really well. The first time I made it for him was actually, I threw him a birthday party a few years ago, and I made him this cake, and he just fell in love with it, and he always asked for it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me show you how to make this. He probably won't make it again, but at least he knows how. My husband actually makes a lemonade cake, and he makes it really well. I'm not a fan of the lemonade cakes, but as far as like the cake itself, he does such a good job on it. Ever since he did this episode, he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing a man takeover now. Scratch that." So he had all these ideas of different things that he wants to do. So you'll definitely see him more this season. He just did an episode for me where he made Rice Krispie treats. So he wants to do those again. We'll see. All right, and so these oatmeal sandwich cookies, I love them so much. Like, I do make these from scratch, but for this episode, I use the oatmeal cookie mix. And sometimes I do use the oatmeal cookie mix if I'm just in a rush making cookies. The only difference I've noticed between the two is that when I make it from scratch, the cookies are just a little bit more fluffy. But other than that, the flavor of it is still the same. They're so good. Yeah, so I just use this little scoop thing. And let me tell you, I didn't always have one of these. So when I finally purchased this, like it changed my cookie life. Let me tell you. It's just so easy. And now I just used Pillsbury buttercream frosting. You can also use cream cheese. I have used that before. You can also make it from scratch. I've done that before as well. Either way you make it, this is something you want to definitely add to your recipe book. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us for dinner tonight and tuning into another episode of Scratch That. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and I will see you guys next time. Peace.